What's up, my gnomies? Dour Gnome Adventures is back with episode 37. With me is Dimitri.
Not dead yet.
Brian.
LOL.
Matt.
Only because I'm not there in person.
Mark.
Not dead yet either.
For a second time, anyway.
Oh, no.
And I am your GM, Ryan.
Just rubbing it in.
It puts the lotion on its skin.
I mean, the goblins are still undefeated.
Or else it gets a character
True
again.
story.
The goblins and the Dromar are undefeated. Well, I take that back. They did run away from a fight now.
Bravely
Is that
ran
defeat?
away.
No.
Technically, we are one up on them, thanks to Vercog. Oh, I guess I'm doing the recap now. So, last session, we finally wrapped up the combat against Dero and the Mushroom Man, the hit new band playing in the underbasement.
Yeah, I think they're really overrated.
They are, because you, Vercog, as a matter of fact, while we were trying to retreat from them, took down one of the Dero. And you managed to tumble through the Mushroom Man so that we could finally escape up that spiral staircase back to the Shrine of Tsar Azmak, close the secret door behind us, and assess the damage. Fortunately, none of us died.
Mm-hmm.
But we did leave behind a +1 greatsword, formerly belonging to Sister Vonda. And we decided to go back to town to rest, recuperate, and reacquire the +1 Warhammer that used to belong to Lord Ragnolf, the dwarf leader of the Goromites in Stoneholm. And since Borm is effectively the highest authority as far as Goromites in Iron Harbor go, I guess might as well use that instead of his regular Warhammer as a backup weapon until we recover the +1 greatsword from the... I don't know, is the Mushroom Man intelligent enough to use a greatsword? That's a terror for another day.
Is he proficient?
I mean, honestly, if I saw him just striding towards me with a greatsword on his shoulder, I'd run regardless. I don't remember if we ended up in town and oh, yes, one more thing. We found out that somebody, I think one of the acolytes, offered to transfer a +1 rune for us.
Yes.
And we had actually found, I believe it was in Mitrimar's chambers where we found or maybe it was the level above in the barracks, one of the storerooms of the Sky Metal Workshop. We found a rusted dagger with a +1 enchantment on it.
Yes.
So I don't remember if we agreed, but we definitely floated the idea of putting that enchantment on Cinderspark's weapon, because that way Cinderspark and Borm will both have +1 weapon.
Mm-hmm. You forgot about Daryl that we met coming out of Stoneholm, who tried to hit us with a plot hook, and we said, "Get out of here."
Bye.
And then we asked about him when we got back to town.
I mean, who's this guy?
Actually,
yeah, exactly. That's what we said.
I'm not really sure he exists, because I think we went back and we didn't see him there.
We did not, but we asked about him, and he was staying in the other houses that were abandoned.
Oh, yeah. It turns out that's the dude who was the hermit at Fisher's Point.
Yeah,
that
place that we didn't go into.
No, we did go to Fisher's Point. We didn't go... We did. We explicitly investigated that little hut. The one thing we
tools
didn't,
there.
Yes, the one thing we didn't do was get on that rowboat and row into town, because Elder Ordwy said, "No, that's not your property. You shouldn't take it." But then we did hear a rumor about a hermit living in those abandoned houses.
Yes,
and I guess this is the hermit.
Turns out that's the guy.
Yeah, and
he tried to talk to us, and we gave him the finger as we kept walking.
That plot hook is gone.
I mean, we know where he's staying.
I mean, that fucker jumped off a cliff, maybe.
Well, that sounds like a personal problem.
Honestly, the Goromites described him as chill, so I hope he just has featherfall.
Yeah, he just gently floated down from a cliff.
And then drowned.
Well,
Again, also sounds like a personal problem. So, where did we leave off? Were we still in town, or did we go back? Or
Still in the Red Roof Inn, we had pie, and we were being coddled by Elder Mom.
yeah, that's probably why Bob still has those conditions on him: the fatigue and the mutilating bite.
I'd like to coddle Elder Mom.
I think you want to cuddle Elder Mom.
She saved a seat right next to her for her Borm. Yeah, so
I'm sure that there's a saying about going Dromar.
Only half.
That's literally how Dromar exists.
Bang! Ryan, do we get 0 points this sesh? Oh, I see. I have
already
one.
reset them. I reset them for you, and reset your card. Your hero point cards, hero action cards.
Fabulous.
Thanks. I never actually drew a card.
Oh, so should I?
Neither did I, but I'm into this one.
All right, so at Elsie's, you guys had sat down to eat. As Dimitri had said, you guys had Trigvi said he would transfer the runes for you.
Yes.
I went ahead and just updated that for you now. So when you're ready to go in the morning time, it'll be ready for you.
Do we click the bed icon?
Yeah, if you guys are kind of done in there and want to move along, we can do the rest.
I mean, unless we're planning on attacking the cult of Borm.
And do I right-click the mutilating bite to make it go away?
You would like that?
Yes,
Well, it
go
wasn't
ahead.
one, and I spent the night resting, so it should be gone, yeah?
All right. With the acolytes in there was enough healing that you guys were set to full health before bedding down.
Mm-hmm.
So it is morning time on the 23rd of Lamachan, about 5 a.m.
I mean, I know it's named after Lamash too much. My brain goes to llamas.
Yes. It is the month of llamas.
Yes. Maybe you should get rid of the goat, trade it in.
Heresy.
No. That is not a thing we will be doing. Nope.
Well, Lamashtu is the mother of monsters, so I guess llamas are monsters.
So in the morning, you wake up to the smells of bread and baked goods.
Yay!
Clattering of pans as Elsie has been working in the kitchen.
Does she ever sleep?
Very little.
I am so concerned, Elsie.
Concerned about what?
You never sleep.
Oh, I sleep while you're asleep.
Prove it.
She just stares at you quizzically.
You realize that the way these Goromites live, nobody probably comes in here during the day. We are upsetting her regular circadic rhythm. Like, she usually naps during the entire day because nobody bothers her. And this past week, somebody's been bothering her every single day. Like, we made this like the command post for everything we do. We've dragged multiple corpses here.
Yes. It's okay, though. She's a goblin. She's all right.
Honorary, yes.
So I assume you guys have some breakfast with Elder Mom.
Absolutely. And
Elsie.
as is tradition, I will help clean. Prestidigitation.
And all of her pots and pans are magically cleaned. Counters
It takes longer than that, but yes.
Multiple castings of...
Yep. As a matter of fact, it takes about as much time as just cleaning them by hand.
Actually, it takes them a lot longer.
Magic.
I don't know how long it takes you to wash dishes, but it's definitely going to be a lot easier just to do it by hand.
Well, yes, but Bob discovered that he didn't have to put in the effort if he could just cast the spell.
He doesn't have to scrub and get wet.
Exactly.
He can keep just the right amount of dirt on him.
By the time you are done casting prestidigitation, the dish is going to be dirty again.
Well, this is exactly what keeps Bob busy in Elder Ordway's bar, so nobody bothers him with anything. It's like, sorry, Mom, cleaning. Sorry,
You mean
Mom, cleaning.
okay? So this was a plot by Ordway so that Bob wasn't out front talking to people.
Right.
Or
So
it was
while-
a plot
while-
by Bob not to do the chores. So either or, it kind of like a
Everyone wins.
While Bob is in the back, Elder Mom is essentially rubbing form while he's gone. So, where do you guys want to do? Go.
I am sitting with my bird chatting. But once everybody else is done with, that whole cleaning thing, I have nothing to do with that. I think that we need to go and retrieve the greatsword.
After checking on the goat, yes.
Well, yeah, I guess I thought that went without saying.
Well, you checked on the goat last night, and apparently, what's her name? Elsie got upset that you were paying more attention to the goat than to her.
That's not how I remember it.
Well, she got upset for some reason, and I think it was because we keep asking about the goat.
I mean, we are all concerned for the goat.
Yeah,
Do
yeah,
we
but
not
I
all love the goat?
We-
Are we not the company of the goat?
We are?
I guess so. We are now.
Yep. Vercog scrawls out a very, very crude representation of the goat on a piece of cloth, so we now have a banner.
Nice. It's on a napkin. That's
yeah.
what's unfolded.
Do you also bring out like a piece of fancy parchment to make the charter?
Oh, good call.
Just don't show it to
Goat
some
charter.
Well, if it
I
has
mean,
a
you can
goat
have a
on it.
charter as long as there's no words on it. I mean,
All right, so
don't
we'll
expect
have
me to be putting any words on it. That's just disgusting.
what if you just put a handprint on it?
I could do that.
Okay, right. So first we get Cinder Spark's handprint on it and the drawing of the goat, and then we put the charter in between.
Okay. So, you guys eat breakfast, clean up, make a charter, and a banner. It is now midday,
Time for lunch?
We'll take our lunch to go.
Yeah, definitely.
and you go and check on the goat as you go outside around the building.
Mm-hmm.
I assume, Vercog, you bring scraps from the kitchen again.
100%.
You seem to be making friends with the goat, and it seems overjoyed every time you stop by now.
Yeah, we definitely headbutt each other.
And Vercog is going to start out with 1d6 damage.
I was going to say, do you have the HP for that? What if the goat crits?
2.
I mean,
I will not click double.
I think it would hurt less than the seed pod.
Probably.
Well, since we're going into the underbasement again, you can have both.
Why choose?
And before you step out, Elsie hands each of you an elixir of life lesser.
Yay!
She says, I made these last night.
Ooh, thank you.
Oh,
Didn't sleep.
Before we leave, are there any things we still haven't identified?
I do have one unusual liquid.
We've always got unusual liquid.
I had a lot of unusual liquid there for a while.
So does that make it usual liquid then?
It's not unusual.
Oh, God.
Yeah, go ahead and give me a roll.
Doesn't Elsie need to do like some alchemical stuff for that?
What would
Not
you
this
like?
one.
What would you like for the roll? Crafting?
Arcana.
Yeah, I got that. I got a 2 for a total of 10.
You still don't know what this is.
Fabulous.
Looks to be well beyond your magical capabilities right now.
Awesome.
Can anybody wait? It's magical.
Yes.
Okay, so can anybody else try that?
Yeah.
And do we get a +2 for Cog telling us it's magical?
Sure.
Yay!
I'm sorry, what was the roll?
Arcana.
Arcana.
So this is actually a total of 20.
20. You still don't feel like you have a grasp on what it is.
Unusual. All right.
Yes, it's definitely unusual. A little bit above what you're used to for magic capabilities.
Oh, I'm not used to anything. I have untrained improvisation. I'm like, yeah, that's liquid, all right. Quite unusual.
Is it liquid?
Anybody else want to roll Arcana on it?
I'm totally untrained. I mean, if you want me to do that, it's okay. Here. Well, that is a 19.
Yeah,
If I have a +2, it's a 21.
You still don't know what it is either.
Okay.
So we just gather around this vial and slosh it around. And go,
Oh shit!
so unusual.
It's science class with the goblins.
Look at the color. What about if you would consider the viscosity?
Ooh, ah.
All right, so you make your way towards Stonehome again.
Yep.
Go in through the gate and through the front doors. It doesn't look like anybody has been here yet.
Homie's not waiting by the well anymore.
Yeah. Do we encounter any Daryls on the way?
No, no Daryls, no Deros.
Did he leave us a note?
Oh.
Damn it.
Hold on. Did he fall in the well? I look in the well.
Did he fall in the well?
You look in the well, you see nothing.
Well, actually,
Suspicious in and of
You
itself.
see the water beneath.
okay, there we go.
Because, yes. Sorry, I forgot.
Last session.
I forgot about the dark vision range is
Yeah.
is
Apparently it
unlimited
doesn't have
in
a
this
range.
edition versus.
No limits.
Get dope.
You make your way in, down the steps.
We did update them about, where we were going, just in case we happen to all die horribly.
Yeah, we're going back into the place where we almost got murdered. BRB.
And if we don't,
Down the damp hallway, down some more stairs, down the shaft of spiral stairs, into the upper levels of Darklands.
the underbasement.
Yeah, the basement under the basement under the basement.
Yes, the basement's basement.
They're not really dark. They're just kind of gray to the rest of us. Because
True.
dark vision.
I thought there was a torch.
I do have a crystal, a light crystal.
Your whole way down, you don't find any evidence of traffic that's been going back and forth or into Stonehome.
Awesome. I'll report that on Waze.
Please.
It
will help all the drivers.
I'm just curious where the hell those frogmen came from. Because so far we've only found a single way from the Sky Metal Workshop to the level with the shrine. Unless, that's not actually those stairs directly link up. Like there are ways left and right, and we just didn't explore them.
To be fair, we didn't really get the chance to explore a lot down here.
You went down one hall, one cavern. So yes, you make your way down the 50-foot shaft into.
No, that's what I mean. Like this 50-foot spiral stairwell shaft, it ends up in the chamber with Sarasmak's statue. So
yes.
How did the frogmen get through that? I don't get that.
Through the door?
The secret door.
Yeah.
Maybe it wasn't secret when they get through.
Well, when you come up the stairs and you find a dead end, it's kind of more obviously a secret door.
There you go.
No, the architect was just an asshole.
No, that's what you see when you open the door.
So, yes, you guys are now in the upper levels of the Darklands. Cinderspark and Vercog, you are looking across that broken bridge that spans the chasm.
Shall we stealth?
Time
up?
for stealth.
Yeah, good call.
Are we going to try to follow the leader again?
You can.
Follow the expert.
Yes.
I can try. I'm just glad I'm all the way in the back, because that is not a very stealthy roll.
What are your stealth rolls?
Before applying any benefits from following the expert, 6.
I have a 23.
Okay.
Follow the expert is going to... What does it give you? Hold on. Follow the expert is a truly versatile activity. Lets a PC who's lacking at a skill or exploration activity have a better chance to succeed. It's important that this doesn't become too rote. Let the players decide how one of them is helping out the other. Description can give you more work with and blah, 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 blah. Also, blah, 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 blah.
So
where's the actual fucking mechanics? Where's the mechanics?
I believe we worked it out last time that you are giving us a +2 because of your proficiency level and a +3 from your character level for a total of +5. I don't know if that was the correct number, but I think that's what we worked out.
Thanks to your ally assistance, you can add your level as your proficiency bonus or as a proficiency bonus to the associated skill check, even if you're untrained. Additionally, you gain a circumstance bonus to your skill check based on your ally's proficiency. +2 for expert. So it's your level +2.
Okay.
So that 6 is an 11.
The 14 is a 19.
Hang.
Is
The fuck is
Orm stealthing?
No, for Borum's part, I was going to ask about we can do the 15 feet behind thing. So
Sure.
I do not have to stealth.
Maybe swap Borm and Bob.
All right. So go ahead and move yourselves where you want to go.
I'm going to wait until the expert moves.
So, Verkog, the light crystal is following you?
Yeah, would you like me to turn it off?
Well, yeah, I mean, shining a light where you're at where you're trying to hide is kind of counterintuitive.
No, I totally understand. I would rather ask than assume.
Yes.
It is stowed.
Ah, the light turned off.
All right. Cinderspark, you're making your way around and you're looking down the same corridor to the southwest that you went down before where you guys were ambushed.
Yes.
And you still see the same fire. You don't see, it doesn't look like it's occupied from that vantage point.
But most importantly, I don't see anything in the hallway.
You don't see anything else in the hallway, no.
Okay.
Ryan,
Mm-hmm.
what is this?
Those
That
are...
was a circle of stones that we did not investigate last time.
Yes,
Okay.
exactly.
I didn't realize it was something we talked about.
Yeah, it's a circle of stones that you guys had not gone over to yet.
Because y'all had gone this way while we went that way, and then combat happened.
I mean, honestly, the description was like 3 sessions ago before we started combat, so we're not going to remember a lot of things.
Right, so you make it to that first branch, small room. It appears to be unoccupied, and a little alcove there.
Is this a table?
2 of the Deros were...
Oh shoot! You already moved. I would have moved with you. I'm sorry.
It's all good.
And it looks like a stone could be used as a table or platform.
But okay, that's where Borm went down. So his sword is not there?
His sword is not there.
Son of a bitch. Okay.
What skills are used to track in this edition? Survival?
Yeah.
Survival, yes.
Yeah.
Leave it survival, yeah.
Okay, I do have survival.
I will point out the difficulty of tracking anything over hard stone a day later.
That
You can roll.
is
You can roll
fair.
survival.
Yeah. Sure.
And was anybody rolling survival as you are stealthing down the hallway?
I rolled it. But I'm
Survival
trash.
is not my thing.
Well,
What'd you roll?
I got a 9.
9. There's too many footprints for you to really tell what's what. There was a combat that happened right there, and yeah, you're not sure.
Wait. I'm looking at this now. Does anybody have a positive wisdom modifier in this party? That silence is eloquent.
Mine was supposed to be a 0 explicitly because it didn't want to have a negative modifier. I don't know why it's currently showing as a -1.
Hey, Dimitri, is it a positive wisdom modifier?
Well, no.
Zero is a positive.
No, it isn't.
No.
Do not make me reach out to some of my math teacher friends, you.
0 is a concept.
Do we need to make a Discord poll? One of the options has to be I don't believe in 0.
0 believes in you. Anyway, we'll keep moving. Okay, this is the extent of where the light is coming from the fire. Is that correct?
Yes.
Seems so.
All right. So I'm going to ask you to hold on. Give me another stealth roll from there.
Oh my god.
Well, I literally could not be any more stealthy than that. That's cool. Did you?
All right. What did we get for stealth?
I rolled a nat 20 on my stealth for a 30.
Oh, nice. Okay. Anybody else?
Me?
And
You want to guess what I rolled?
natural 5.
I rolled a 5.
Oh, yeah.
Hell yeah. Matt's going to
are
roll.
Are we following the expert?
I am following the expert, so it's a total of 17.
Okay.
And I suppose so am I, but I am not doing quite as
Give me
well.
a little description of how Cinderspark is expertly guiding them down the...
He just turns around and goes, shh,
So-
every once in a while.
Basically, they're just kind of sneaking along and just kind of looking over their shoulder, like, just like, come on, like, just like this, like, and just like, be sneaky. And they're not listening.
In Bob's case, you probably told me to hold my chainmail so it doesn't clink. And it's super effective. Because I just critted. And that's a 27.
Okay. So Verkog is not as quiet as the others, and probably Verkog is picking up on that a little bit as the ground crunches a little bit beneath your feet.
Mm-hmm.
So you're about 3/4 of the way down the corridor here.
Can't see anything, right? Is there any sounds coming from down the hallway?
You don't hear anything. What you can see now, you can see another corridor almost directly in front of you with some beds. Yes.
Gotcha.
Looks like about halfway between the beds and you, there's a box and some containers that look like they might be food storage or something like that.
Ooh.
And it does look like that there is another path that goes off to the northwest.
I see. Okay. Okay. Previously, the only one of our party that has been in here was Bob's piano, so we don't have any information.
You have no intel down here, right?
We have no intel anywhere.
Was here for all of a single round.
Yeah.
Before it popped out of existence.
Can we do another survival check when we get to that intersection?
Sure.
Brother, you can try that. Oh God. Okay.
And Cinderspark, as you are arriving around that corner, you see your friend the Leshy and Robert Paulson the First.
The first.
Fucking Robert Paulson.
Oh, yeah, that does remind me. The corpse of Robert Paulson II was not there by the bridge, was it?
Correct.
So
I'm assuming they ate it.
Yes, but it should have been rather easy to track where it was dragged by the blood.
But maybe they just picked it up.
They ate it right there.
No, they picked it up. They didn't drag it. They just lifted it.
Blood drips.
Uh-huh. Do we need an initiative, Ryan?
I was putting you guys in initiative.
Or are you going to let us use our stealth rolls?
Can we roll stealth initiative, please?
I'm going to transfer your stealth rolls.
Yes.
As you were sneaking. Borm, I'm going to have you roll perception. Let's see. Cinderspark would be a 30. Bob would be a 27. Borm, what did you roll?
20 total.
20 total. And then 17 for Verkog would not change your position.
I kind of figured.
With that, this Leshy and Robert Paulson the First do not appear to notice you. So Cinderspark, you are first to act as you get the jump on them.
Ooh.
Yeah, and you get to use sneak attack.
Yes, I do.
Ooh,
this is going to be
is
this
important,
is gonna be
isn't it?
gloriously catastrophic. So Cinderspark is going to move into the fucking room, obviously be visible, having done so, but it won't matter for purposes of they haven't acted, so they are off guard.
And real quick, where you're at, you notice you see another Dero, the other one. This is Roberta, daughter of Paul.
Oh,
Paul's daughter. Is she standing? Oh, are those glowing mushrooms again in that room?
Yes, you see what appear to be glowing mushrooms in that room. Now, also, as you glance, you get a flicker of firelight glints off of a sword next to this cage that you are inside this cage that you are in. And this sword looks very similar to the one that Borm was carrying.
They put the sword in a cage?
There's a body next to it as well.
Okay. Well, I'm going to stab the guy first, and then I'll worry about I'll worry about everything else afterwards. Okay. So we moved, and we are going to use the newly potent dog slicer to slice at this Leshy that is unknowingly a dog, hopefully. And 21.
A 21 hits.
Yay! That is absolutely fucking fantastic. Hold on. I got enable because he is off guard. So he is also going to eat sneaky dog damage. 10 points of damage.
Ouch, I don't like that. And that include your sneak attack?
It did, yeah.
Okay.
A 4 on both dice.
Yep.
All right. And I think you have a third action, right?
I do. So then Okay, so the smart thing would be to leave.
And run away.
Would. But are you smart today?
Are you a smart goblin?
I'm 10 years old.
Is this kind of like, are you a smartphone?
Yeah.
No, I'm a
mean,
regular phone.
Are you a phone? No, I'm a banana phone. Should I stab it again and then probably
Swing, banana phone.
What?
We're going to
banana phone.
We're going to take a second swing.
Oh boy.
This is another 21.
A 21 is another hit.
Excelente. And okay, well, 6 more points of damage because I rolled fucking double 2s that time. Okay, well, I mean, it feels kind of averages out overall.
All right.
Could have been better.
The fungus fleshy has taken a little bit of damage.
For the first time in forever. And that'll be 3 actions for me.
All right. That brings up Bob.
Well, there's some sort of combat. I'm assuming
Well, yes. See, Cinderspark stopped sneaking. Cinderspark stops sneaking and said, "Ooh," and went and then you hear, and
So it's time for some violence.
Yes,
Ultra violence.
No, it was violins.
Violent violence.
Okay, so that would be a single move action. So I'm going 5, 10, first diagonal, second diagonal. And I still don't see what exactly Cinderspark is trying to kill.
No, you can't even see Cinderspark.
Exactly.
Cinderspark went around that corner, but you do see the fire.
I do have to take a second action then.
I mean,
So first diagonal's 5.
And now you see Cinderspark next to this Leshy, which is also next to the fire pit. And just beyond, kind of tucked in behind the rocks, is Robert Paulson the First.
Well, okay. All right. All the way down there, which is how far?
about 45 feet.
Okay, right. I don't want to stop there in case Cinderspark wants to leave. So that was 5. Second diagonal would be 1. So that's 10. Okay, so if I move another 10, both of them are going to be in range.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a total of 20 movement.
Okay.
And
you have an action left.
well, I still have 5 feet, but I'm going to act. And specifically, what I'm going to do is Goblin Song. And the Goblin Song is going to be the same thing that I sang yesterday. What are you doing? I told you to leave. I am singing this at them.
All right.
And I am attempting to fascinate them as well.
Will save?
It is actually against their will DC.
Oh, against their will DC. Okay.
Wow. Okay. Hero point time.
Already?
So, yeah.
What happened?
Natural 1. I do not want that to be my first. Rolled off a 20. Okay. So 18 against the will DC of either of them.
Leshy passes.
Okay.
And Robert Paulson, the first, fails.
Okay. So
Not
then
critically.
he is subjected to only the Goblin Song, which gives him a -1 status. You got -1 to your perception and will save for 1 round. That's all, folks. No, really, I'm out of actions. That's the end of Bob's turn.
Being that you guys started out with some incredible rolls, Borm goes third
Hell yeah.
before any of the enemies have acted.
Unfortunately, Borm is going to spend his entire turn running down the hallway.
That's an exciting first turn.
Would an extra move make a difference?
It would get me 20 feet closer. Real quick, though, is there... In first edition, there was the move 4 times in a straight line, like a run. There's no mechanic that way here, right? Oh, sorry. I could have also looked it up. I didn't know if anyone had.
Yeah, I don't know off the top of my head. I'm not familiar with it.
Well, the reason I'm asking is because one of the cards Bob drew is Surge of Speed. Play at the start of a creature's turn. The creature is quickened and can use the extra action only to take a single action move. So that's why I'm asking. Would an extra move get you in range of anything?
At the cost of a hero point, I don't think... Well, no, it would not get me in range of anything. And although it is very nice, keep the hero point.
Okay, then I'll save it for retreating.
And Bob runs the exact opposite way with it.
No. This is at the start of a creature's turn. I could let somebody else run. It doesn't have to be me.
Yeah, I didn't find...
I didn't either. We're good. I ended my turn.
With that, Roberta, daughter of Paul, has an action. She's got 3 of them, actually. She's got a nice view of Cinderspark, of course. There's Cinderspark's right there. So she pulls out her hand crossbow for one action. It is loaded and ready to go, expecting you guys to return. But she was caught unawares, and she lets loose a bolt towards Cinderspark.
Natural
that
one.
Is 29 to hit.
I mean, that'll hit.
All right. One of those dice. Just one, though. 3 points of piercing damage.
3 shall be the number of the damage.
And then...
Now.
Fort?
Yes, let me double check. Yes, a fortitude save.
That is gonna be a 19.
19. You feel fine right now.
I feel fine.
For her third action, she is going to reload her crossbow.
How quaint.
It's the end of her turn, as you know it. And you feel fine.
Right.
And next up is the fungus.
Mushroom
sentry.
dog.
Yeah, the mushroom dog. Mm-hmm. He looks at Cinderspark, balls up his spongy fist, and swings.
Nimble dodge.
Okay, nimbly dodging. 18 to hit.
That'll miss.
And he misses. And with that, in frustration, he begins to shake violently as spores come off of him in this cloud that emanates 15 feet from him. I am going to need fortitude saves from Bob and Cinderspark.
Yeah. Getting into range was not a good idea.
Seemed like a good idea at the time.
That might resist whatever he's doing. How's a 26?
Or a 23.
Or a 23. Both of you feel fine right now. Maybe the previous effects built up a tolerance for you guys.
Yeah, it was the pie, honestly. Yep.
It's the end of his turn, as we know it. We feel fine.
I'm really surprised that you guys did not think to take antidotes before coming down here.
No, that would be intelligent.
Yeah, rushing into combat and just trying to stab things is more our speed, really.
That is 3 actions from our Leshy. And Vercog is up next.
Okay. I was doing some measuring before.
How big is it?
You can see it on the map.
Didn't take very long to measure.
That's 50.
I can't read numbers that small.
And I can't see Dero. All I can see is the... Oh, no, never mind. Yes, I see it. Question, which is the one that Cinderspark sung at? Not Cinder, Bob. Which is the one that has the penalty? That one? Okay.
Yep.
Sir.
He's going to catch a Shroud of Night. Make a will save DC 18, please.
How about a 14 for a failure?
Excellent.
Love it.
So your eyes are shrouded in darkness. We are concealed to him. So it's, whatchamacallit? Shit.
DC
Flat
5?
check. DC 5 flat check in order to target us. And that's the end of my turn.
Welcome to the world of darkness. Population U.
All right, so that is your actions just in time for him, which is Robert Paulson the first, to go. And he saw you wiggle your fingers at him and put this inky blackness across his eyes.
Like some sort of squid.
I think he's going to retaliate against you. And we're going to roll
what squids are.
We live in a fishing town. Of course we do.
No, do
roll
the
for the
Dero
Shroud
know?
of Darkness. Natural 3.
Fabulous.
So his shot goes off and into the fire as he's blinded by this murky darkness.
Yep.
Not by the light.
Not by the light, no.
He is not wrapped
By
up
the
like a
absence.
goose. Another one.
He reloads his crossbow for a second action. And he's going to fire again.
Mm-hmm.
That is a 23 to hit, though.
No, that's a 23 to
Flat
beat
check.
DC 5.
Yep.
Oh, that's an 18 flat check. Yes. And a 9 to hit.
I love that for us.
Yes.
Love it.
Very unproductive turn for me.
Yep.
We're going to go to the top of round 2 where Cinder Spark can do some more damage.
Or not.
Or Cinder Spark can run like a dog.
No. You already tried that. Okay. Well, you're not going to be off guard this time, unfortunately. But I can still stab at the Leshy, so I still don't like it. This is a 25.
25 is going to strike true.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, 7 points of damage. See how you like it, little mushroom.
And then
Is it still wiggling?
he is still up and wiggling.
All right, well, I guess I'm going to have to stab it again. I don't know how many tricks I got. Well, that's nice. 24.
A 24 is also going to hit. This is quite the turnaround from your last combat.
Yeah, I mean, it's nice when you don't roll like 2s and 3s.
Right.
4 more points of damage.
He is still up, though he looks bloodied.
As bloody as mushrooms can get.
Yes.
Well, I have a third action. I can move, or I could try to stab him again. But I feel like trying to stab him again would be somewhat futile. Let's see. I don't know what else I could actually potentially do.
I have a stupid idea.
I love stupid ideas.
We're
Bob
full
is
of them.
next.
That's correct.
Uh-huh.
Move to the other side of the Leshy and let Bob go to work.
But if he dies, I don't get anything out of it.
Stay where you are. Swing. I'll walk into the flank next round.
Yeah. I mean, look, the worst that can happen is I can miss.
I gotta move anyway.
That's true. Yeah, okay, I'm going to swing at him for a third and final time.
Okay.
16.
A 16 is going to miss.
I bet he feels very nice about that. Should have some existential horror, you fucking mushroom.
All right. Bob, what would you like to do after you see Cinder Spark take a couple chunks out of this fungus?
All right, so first things first,
Saute
the
it.
Goblin Song penalty is gone. So the Dero that is currently visible to me, who has been Shroud of Darkness, no longer has a -1 to perception or will saves. For my actions, Bob is going to... Is there a space for Bob to squeeze between the Mushroom Man and the fire pit?
I would say you need to make an acrobatics check if you want to get through there.
I see. That is unfortunate. So, instead, what we're going to do is... First action is Courageous Anthem. That goes up.
I love that Courageous Anthem. Love it.
And the second action is... It's back, bitches! I summon the piano in flanking with Cinderspark. So if you could please place the piano on the map. Yes. Perfect. The Courageous Anthem is it's rumbling the keys and then slamming the top of it. So it's actually going to take a bite with the top, assuming it survives until my next turn. That
Okay.
is
They can't do anything this turn.
right. It only acts when I sustain, and I can't sustain this turn. I gotta wait until next turn. So Bob is done.
Bob is done, so that brings up Borm.
So quick behind the screen, Mark forgot that you get 3 actions despite us playing this edition for 37 episodes. So I was doing the whole 2 movement thing. So I'm going to go ahead and actually take 3 and move potentially up to 60. I still get a hit on the mushroom, so I'm within range. Borm was just a little bit gun shy since he had died last time, so he was being wary.
He got better.
Yeah.
3 on the die for a 13 to hit. That's going to be a miss.
Yes.
That's the end of Borm's turn.
All right. Roberta, daughter of Paul, she needs to reload. So she... Right?
Oh, that's where.
She pulled it out, shot me, and then reloaded.
Yeah, that's right. So she is going to take a shot at Borm.
She could potentially pull up poison the dart, and then fire.
Yes. Oh, that's something I should mention also. Brian, you had a better grasp of the poison rules than I did.
Okay.
It is 1 action to pull it, and it's based on the poison, how many actions it is to poison your item or whatever it is. This is a 2-action item to poison, so I got some extra actions last time. So she does not have the actions to pull it and,
Well, she
and
does.
poison it.
But if she
Well,
does
she could pull
that,
it and
that's
poison it.
entirety.
Yeah.
But she just
That's
wouldn't be
all
able to
her turn.
attack.
Just pull it out and dip it. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Be one of the boys.
But instead of poisoning, she is just going to let loose at Borm.
I feel like Brian needs a hero point since he had a better grasp of the rules than you, right?
Ooh.
You know what? You're quite the what's the word I'm looking for?
Advocate.
Advocate for hero points. I think that's apropos.
I feel like being an advocate for hero points is worth a hero point in and of itself.
Probably, but I'm going to give one to Cinderspark, and Cinderspark can choose to give that one away to Borm if he likes.
Well, if Borm goes down, Borm can have the hero point.
So, yes, that is a 25 to hit.
It's a hit.
8 points of damage to Borm.
Jesus.
There is no fortitude save for that. And then she is going to swap weapons and pull out her Atlas
And then?
and move there.
Did you consider that there was cover from where she was shooting?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That is the end of her turn. As she moves more into the entrance of that alcove, the fungus. It does not like your piano there.
Sitting there menacingly.
Hates
Yes.
music. Wow.
It looks at Cinderspark, it looks at Borm, sees the piano in its way,
Parlay?
and it
Jumps into the fire pit and burns to death?
it tries to just like smash the piano, just comes down with both hands. And gotta roll to strike, right?
Yes.
20 to hit.
Unfortunately, the piano does not get out of the way in time.
All right, so that uses an action.
Isn't it illusory? So is there not disbelief?
It has an AC, which is based on my spell DC, 18. If it's hit, it's automatically disbelieved.
Ah. Makes sense.
Let's see, it is going to move. Check my movement speed.
I think I'm going to summon a different musical instrument next time.
What happens to the Vuvuzela?
Kazoo.
It is going to, for its third action, fire a spore pod at Cinderspark.
Nimble dot.
That only takes one action.
Yes. It is just a ranged attack.
However, it did smack somebody, so multi-attack penalty should apply.
Yes.
Natural one.
Love that.
Hey,
Man, I have gone cold. You guys have gone hot.
you just killed the piano. You should be happy.
That's true.
Returning to the mean. I love it.
Vercog, you are up. You are just a little bit northwest of Borm, north of the fire pit. You saw this Dero, Roberta, the daughter of Paul, step out of the alcove just south and west of you.
Okay.
And the fungus lechy is almost directly south of you, about 25 feet.
I need to check something real quick. Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, I order the Harbinger using one action to get adjacent to the currently shrouded Dero. He has plenty of movement to do so. So he's going to use his actions to get adjacent. So he now has the frightened condition. Because I really fucking hate that fungus creature. Really don't like him.
I vote we eat him when he's dead.
Vercog probably
Sauteed
could.
mushrooms.
Yeah, there's a fire right here.
On the fire, you see a creature on a spit roasting.
A 10-foot burst. If the Dero over here and the Leshy are 20 feet apart, and if I put it in the middle, will it hit both of them?
It should, if you put it right there.
Yeah, so that's
get a circle template.
That is what we're going to do. We cast that.
There's a 10-foot template.
Okay, fabulous. I'm on it. Place my burst.
That's not.
Yeah, but what if... Nope.
It doesn't look like you could get both of them in that...
Wonderful. Just outside of it.
Yep.
Fabulous. Then I'm not doing that.
Yeah. And then these guys are also too far apart.
Yeah, it's just congratulations, Ryan. Perfect.
One, two. Yeah, they are. Shit.
So I'm going to cast Needle Darts. I am going to shoot it at the Leshy. Come on. 20. Dirty 20.
Dirty 20 is not going to hit.
Okay. And that's 3 actions for me.
All right. So that's for Cog. We get Robert Paulson the first. He is shrouded in murky darkness.
And he's frightened.
Mm-hmm.
And he's going to move over here. He's going to move about 15 feet west and south. This one did not reload. So he is going to reload and let loose at Cinderspark.
You can make a DC 5 flat check first.
I will do that. 11.
Okay.
Because he moved away from the Harbinger, he's no longer frightened, right?
I'm not sure. Hold on. Give me 1 sec.
Is it frightened while adjacent, or it applies it while it's adjacent?
Hold on 1 second, because I don't want to guess. When you cast or sustain a hex and your familiar is adjacent to an enemy to which it is concealed, the enemy becomes frightened 1.
So he'll be frightened then.
Yeah, so that goes away at the end of his turn if I'm...
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So he's going to fire at Cinderspark with his third and final action. Yeah. 13.
Ain't gonna do it.
All right. That is his third and final action. Needs to reload next round. Cinderspark is
going to move up around the fire following the Leshy. If I was on the right, actually, selecting tool. There we go. Moving up adjacent to the Leshy and Robert. Hi, Bob. Who is no longer frightened, by the way.
Did anybody else watch the alternate history space show that's on Apple TV, For All Mankind? There's a running joke about the Bob Newhart show, and they would greet each other is just, "Hi, Bob."
No, have not seen.
Yeah, it was pretty great. At least I thought so.
All right. Cinderspark, you move up. You're adjacent to both the Leshy and Robert Paulson.
Focusing entirely on the Leshy at the moment, we are going to take a strike at yonder mushroom. Hoping to... Oh, okay, well, one rolls a 2. It's a 12 to hit. Cut
12, yeah, 12. Let me count that up. No.
Okay. Got a little too excited. So they're just going to try to refocus. And again, take another strike. Fuck you. So 14 is higher than 12, but still not going to actually connect. And it's going to be 3 actions as, again, Cindy's just a little bit apparently out of it.
All right, Bob.
All right. Well, first things first, Courageous Anthem goes back up. Second...
Funny enough, I was rolling better without Courageous Anthem.
Well, you should have mentioned it before I acted.
Must be the Courageous Anthem.
I mean...
what is that thing Bob is standing in front of? Is that like a weapon rack or what?
It looks like for hanging hides or something.
It's a drying rack, right?
Yeah.
So there's like a towel on this drying rack or something?
Yes, now there is. There's a loincloth drying. It got some dubious stains.
Perfect. Wait, no, he's more than 30 feet away, isn't it? I can't toss it at the Leshy. He's at 35 feet away. However, she is 30 feet away. Okay, so I cast Telekinetic Projectile, and I launch the loincloth directly into the face.
Hit her right in the eye, D.
That's right. Let's see if I succeed. This is against AC, and I think it's not going to be piercing or slashing, but bludgeoning. All right.
It's more charisma damage.
And this is at Roberta?
Yes, at the spellcaster. And that is against AC 26.
That is going to connect.
Okay, so let's roll damage over there in the interface. And this is 3d6 plus 1 bludgeoning, or unfortunately only 6.
It's definitely more morale damage, though, because, I mean, like, maybe you didn't pee in this breastplate, but someone did.
So it just whaps her straight in the face. Wait, 26 is not a crit against her, is it?
No.
Unfortunate. However, that is 3 actions, so Bob is done with Bob's turn. And Bob has no piano to sustain. Bob is sad.
Aww. Bob has no piano to sustain.
Bob is sad. Bob is sad.
For Cog and Borm,
No.
you notice a creature, another Dero,
Nope. False. Nope.
stepped into view.
Lies and slander.
And,
It's Robert Paulson Sr.
and
No, it's Paul Robertson.
And he stares at Vercog. I need a will save, please.
Ooh, the stink eye.
As his eyes are glowing with like these blue mushrooms that you might see in the other alcove here.
26.
He's been eating the mushrooms.
You are dazzled for 1 round.
I rolled a 26.
Yep.
Yes. The target is dazzled for 1 round and must succeed at a DC will save or be something else.
Blinded. We know. Yeah.
Do you?
Yes. Yes.
We may not have encountered. We may not have encountered this exact thing, but we've encountered similar effects.
Look at you, shining fucking children.
Oh,
I have PTSD of shining children. Thanks to Mark.
those are definitely the worst creatures I think
Can confirm, yeah.
Yes.
Borm can't make it around the fire, so there's a Dero to the west of us. He's going to step that way.
What do you mean you can't make it around the fire?
Strike her twice. I'm sorry, make it in one movement.
You can make it right. Yeah. I mean, well, you could, but anyway, doesn't matter. Go ahead, go.
All right. So you head to the west and get in melee with Roberta.
Sorry, hold on 1 second. I have 20 feet of movement to basically go after the Leshy, which is what I was attempting to do.
Mm-hmm.
I'm counting 25 unless I walk through the middle of the fire.
Yeah, you're right.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
This is 20.
Oh, going around the other way.
Oh, cool. Never mind. Thank you, then. I'm going to go 20. I went the other way, which was 25, which I think someone else was doing. I apologize. So I'm going to swing at the Leshy. Sorry to Roberta. You can deal with her later. 11 on the die for 21 to hit.
21 is going to hit. Nice. You guys are kicking ass.
Goddamn. 2 on the die for 6 total points of damage.
This guy that did so much damage to you guys, and you guys are wrecking his shit.
All right. The second attack is 12. Not going to hit. That's the end of Borm's turn.
All right. Roberta, daughter of Paul. Oh, she swapped her weapon. Was going to do that, but she sees this opportunity. She darts over the 10 feet to jump behind Borm, flanking. And she takes her Atlas in both hands and tries to swing it around your neck.
Ooh.
What?
And this is a strangle action.
What?
Ooh, garroting.
Oh,
I feel like there should be a safe word involved in this action.
She looks at you with a wink.
I'm not comfortable.
Don't speak Aklo. safe words in Aklo.
No, I think it's Atlas.
All right, this is against your fortitude save.
DC.
Or fortitude
10
DC,
plus
sorry. Fortitude DC.
Someone remind me what my fort DC would be.
It's your
10
fortitude
plus.
save plus 10.
Yeah, it's going to be 18.
That is a critical success on my part. That is a 28.
Oh, Jesus.
So you are grabbed, and you are going to take some damage with that.
You don't have good luck in these tunnels, Borm.
Ooh. That is 22 points of critical damage.
What?
Oh, fuck.
And do you have to apply like a thing to me? Grappled or something like that?
Grabbed, yeah.
I'm. Is it all? Does it also apply like a suffocation or anything that's going on, or is it...
No. It just does. It's 1d6 plus. I'll just tell you, it's 1d6 plus 6 bludgeoning damage. I get a +2 on my. I get a +2 circumstance bonus to do the thing, and then I double the damage on 6 critical.
Possibly the last thing I will do, but can I turn around and iron command to tell her to kneel?
As she's choking you, you say, "Get on your knees."
You sure can, and you will take damage.
You're in here with me. She's going to take 5 points of mental damage.
I mean, assuming maybe she did get on her knees. You don't know.
All right, -5.
Attack someone else. I need to grab a drink.
I was going to continue to attack you.
All right, let's go.
She releases the Atlas from your neck and swings to hit you with it.
So is Borm no longer grabbed?
He's no longer grabbed.
Does she have all these actions? She moved, strangled, and then unstrangled.
Yeah, that would be a free action to like just release the one hand. So it's move, strangle, and then to release is always a free action. So then she just swings with the third.
Okay, well then I would argue that I have an Atlas hanging from my neck like a necklace. Because she's dropping it from her hands. She's not like unwrapping it, which is very much.
She would be. Never mind. I will say she is pulling it back as she's like reloading, because an Atlas has a ranged tethered weapon.
Okay. And
we'll say that's what's happening.
Yeah, it's in a land of magic. Fucking physics doesn't exist, so.
Well, we'll make that work. So that is her 3 actions.
Uh-huh.
Deadly Fungus is going to move away.
I long for AOO.
I should have been a fighter.
Right? Still only once around.
Could have been a contender.
You could have been somebody.
I could have had combat reflexes, but this is the wrong edition.
It is. First thing it's going to do, instead of moving away, is going to do its shake, rattle, and roll.
Oh, Jesus.
And release spores.
I dislike that.
But that also hits the Dero, right?
Yep.
Both of them, yes.
He's trying to save his own ass right now. So.
Do mushrooms have asses?
his spongy, spore-filled ass.
You know what?
Gonna be close, okay?
23.
23 is a success.
Unless Divine Health also, because then I have a +1 and make it a 24. But it doesn't really matter. Success.
Yeah, you success, yeah. All right. Borm, what about you?
Can you remind me what it was?
Fortitude save?
Fort.
But what about the Dero is what I'm more concerned with.
16.
16, you are going
Did you remember to apply your divine health?
Yeah, it's automatically done.
You are going to take 3 points of persistent poison damage on your turn.
And the Dero?
And it looks like the Dero to the south is like coughing up the spores. The Dero to the north of Borm, it looks like she was able to cover her mouth in time, and she is not coughing.
Covered her mouth with Borm.
Yeah.
No, with the loincloth that I launched at her.
And so for his third and final action, Leshy is going to
Fuck off to parts unknown, apparently. Okay.
make his way down the hall.
Making his way downtown, walking fast.
Yes, sir. Vercog, you see the Leshy take off down the hallway. You saw Borm get wrapped by this woman, Dero. This new creature, Dero, came down this northwest hallway and gave you kind of the stink eye.
Yeah, I'm going to get away from that. I move 20 to there. Which of the Dero look more injured? Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay.
Actually, that one does not look injured.
Which
So
one?
neither of them are really injured, but like he has the poison and he's got the shroud.
That's
Yeah.
true.
Well, she is injured because I smacked
Okay,
her
She is
with
injured, yes.
She has a loincloth on her face.
and she took mental damage from Borm.
Yep.
Okay. Well, can't do that. I have
I'm so curious
I have a spell that is language dependent.
Oh, I was thinking it was going to be an AoE, and now that this combat, you guys are all intermingled a little more.
Yeah, I'm not real happy about I can't really AoE anybody. I'm gonna cast Needle Darts.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna cast it at the one that tried to choke out Borm.
Okay.
18.
18 is going to come up a little short as your needle darts sail past her.
Okay.
And Vercog is no longer dazzled, right?
Oh shoot! I was supposed to make a flat check, which would have been fine. The flat check was a 9. Do you want me to roll again?
You're good.
Ha
Okay.
Is Dazzled the flat check, or is it just a penalty?
Dazzled is a
I'm
flat check.
concealed. Things are
yeah.
concealed to me.
So that first roll would have been the flat check.
Yes.
It's good. All right.
That's not okay, dude.
No, that's not cool.
That's not okay.
If you get to do those, we get to do those too.
I missed it. Robert Paulson. Ooh.
Junior.
No, the first.
The first.
Well, yes, there were two of them. It was the elder brother. We took care of number 2, where Cog did.
He is going to also swap weapons for his first action.
Mm-hmm.
And get into flanking with Borm. And the second action is going to try to trip Borm.
Oof.
So this is an athletics check.
I still have a bunch of debuffs on. Did we settle on they should be removed or no?
Let's see what you got. Oh, you're not grabbed anymore. You're not immobilized. You are off guard right now, though. Let me put that back on you. Because you are flanked.
All right, and you need athletics, or is this my athletics DC?
I'm gonna roll athletics versus your fortitude. No, reflex.
Reflex DC.
Reflex DC. Ooh, that is a critical success with a natural 20.
That sucks. It fails.
All right.
Assuming it's bonus. Is it
31.
Yeah, no. My athletics is 32, sorry. Or my reflex.
All right. So with the trip action on a critical
Concealment.
Oh, natural 20 on the concealment.
I didn't hear a die roll, man. But, all right.
That's what it was. I'm taking the natural 20 as the concealment instead of the attack.
No, make the attack first. It's fine.
It was a natural 19 for a 30 versus your...
Yeah, okay.
Kidding me.
So it was still a critical success. The target falls, lands prone, and takes 1d6 points of damage. 3 points of damage. We will find prone on here. Put that on. And then for a third action is going to swing at Cinder Spark.
Nimble dodge.
That is an 18 to hit.
Will miss.
All right. And then that's the end of his turn. He is going to take some persistent poison damage.
I love that for him.
And roll a recovery check. He still seems to be choking on this poison. Cinder Spark.
Absolutely love that for him. Okay. Well, this seems like a good time for an underhanded assault.
You could just step into a flank.
I could, but I'm not going to do that because it seems like a good time for an underhanded assault. For 2 actions, you capitalize on the distraction provided by your ally. So I'm going to sneak up to a foe adjacent to one of my allies, which is going to be right there. And so I'm going to be making a stealth check against Roberta.
Okay.
I can sneak even though I'm being observed as if I was hidden and take a -2 penalty on the check. And if it succeeds, I get a strike. Put the penalty. Well, I mean, one does roll a natural 20 occasionally.
Okay. And so the sneak.
So assuming that I'm then still hidden.
Yep. You are hidden.
I get a strike. And being hidden, it will be against her off guard.
Okay.
Where the fuck is that? Okay, there we just go this. Yeah, well, 17.
17 hits. Go ahead and roll me some damage with sneak attack.
Love that. 7.
7 damages.
7 damage. Could have been better. Assuming she is still up and still has a loincloth mark on her face, I'm gonna stab her again. Obviously no longer concealed.
Nope.
16.
16 is not going to hit this time.
Well, I guess we know what her fucking AC is. Well, I'll be done because that is 3 actions.
All right, Bob.
Borum doesn't look too good, does he?
And he also looks hurt.
Yes. Now,
Elder Mom thinks he looks good.
right. If she thinks he looks hot, maybe I should just deposit him in the fire pit. But no, we don't do that to friendlies who can stand between us and the unfriendlies. So action 1 is Courageous Anthem for everybody.
I haven't hit anything since the Courageous Anthem's been up.
You literally just hit her.
I did not. Never.
Nobody saw it. Because you created your stealth. Nobody actually saw you do it. The other 2 actions are going to be Hymn of Healing. The target is Borm. Borm immediately gains 4 temp HP. On Borm's turn, Borm gains 4 HP as fast healing. That is 3 actions out of Bob, and Bob is done.
All right. My small, unique humanoid is going to move further down this hall to see what he can see as he gets closer.
What the goddamn fuck is that?
It's a Dero high on mushrooms.
Maybe it's a mushroom high on Dero.
That is true. If a mushroom ate enough Deros, right? I'm sure that's how the underbasement works.
I feel like it is true.
You are who you eat.
He is going to cast a spell in the direction of Bob.
Yes.
And let me make sure you are within range here.
25.
Yep. I'm going to
That's why
need...
he moved up.
So I'm going to need a will save, please.
Okay. let's do one of those then. That is a total of 19.
A 19, huh?
Well, is it a fear effect?
It is not a fear effect.
Is it a disease or a poison?
I'm too far from Borm.
Well, fuck you then.
Bob?
No thanks.
You are overcome with laughter.
Oh.
Oh.
Uncontrollable laughter.
Oh, dear.
That's hideous.
And you are slowed 1.
Oh, is that the only actual
On a
effect?
failure, yeah.
Oh, it's not that bad.
All right.
You didn't critically fail.
Oh, good. Because then I would not have been able to sustain anything.
That is my 3 actions with him. That was fun. Form, you are prone. You have some persistent poison damage going on here.
And
You
fast
are-
healing.
Off guard, you have fast healing. Takes 4 points of fast healing.
Do I maintain the temp HP?
Yes.
The temp HP is sticking around until either my turn comes around or somebody deals you 4+ damage.
Cool. And persistence is at the beginning of my turn or at the end of my turn?
The
At the end of-
healing is at the start. The temp HP will refresh when I sustain, but the persistent damage is at the end.
Nice. All right. I'm going to stand up.
Okay.
And be counted.
I'm then going to lay on hands, which will give me 6 points of. And then which one of these looks more hurt?
The most hurt is the top one, the northern one.
Okay, the one that wrapped the whatever the hell around me.
Yes.
All right, I'm going to attempt to strike her. Fucking 5 on the die for a 15 to hit.
Yeah, 15's not quite going to get there.
It's the end of my turn.
When you do the lay on hands, do you have like any additional benefits from that? Or is that when you command somebody?
No, it's only lay on hands is only like if I did it to somebody else, they get a +2 to the AC, but just for me, it's 6 points.
Ah, okay.
All right. She is...
You take the damage at the end of your turn, and you get the check to shake it off, right?
That's a good call.
Right, so you're down to 1 temp HP.
Oh, nice. And what was the check again, Ryan? I apologize.
The flat check.
If you
DC
hover
15.
over the poison, it might actually show you roll a DC 15, like in there.
Oh, nice. Flat check is a 9.
9. You will take some more damage on the next turn. She's just going to try and hit Borm with the Atlas.
Ooh, hiss.
That is a 16 to hit.
Miss.
Going to roll with the map. That's a little better. That's a 20 to hit.
That's it.
All right. 8 points of bludgeoning damage.
First one comes off of temp.
That is 2 actions. She is going to move away for her third action.
Oh, can I reaction Iron Command?
Yep.
I assume she's not going to
Yeah.
whatever.
She's not going to.
5 points of damage. 5 points of
Ouch.
potential damage.
All right. Deadly fungus leshy. He's got no targets from where he's at.
Oh, suddenly feeling brave?
Nobody chased him.
Yep, he's feeling brave.
Oh, hello.
Collisions with walls?
Yeah, I can't get to where I want to go, so I don't think I'm going to move. Actually, I'm going to move right there.
Oh, hello. He's all
And
cute.
that gives me a good line of sight. It's 1 action. Spore attack.
It's a solid wall, dude.
Yeah. That's where it's going to be, I guess. That's it.
I wish I had a better sense of where he was. But since I don't, I'm going to drop a noise blast. Yet another moment where I can't hit both of them.
¿Por qué no?
Well, it depends on what you're aiming at.
Okay. I'm going to drop the noise.
First?
Yeah. I'm going to drop the noise blast where it hits her and does not hit me. Make a DC 18 fortitude save, please.
Fortitude. That is 17.
Fails. She's deafened for 1 round and takes 13 points of damage.
Oh,
Ouch.
beautiful.
And,
Looks like you have her on the ropes for Cog.
and with my other action, I I have the Harbinger move adjacent to the Dero, so he is frightened 1 again.
Do you have to sustain the Shroud of Night?
That's a good question.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, if you stop sustaining it, I think you'd have to recast it now.
Okay. Then that's
Yeah,
what I'll do.
All right. So that's your 3 actions.
Yeah, but you need to make I'm casting the spell.
Oh, okay.
So make a DC 18 will. Same guy.
Yeah. That is natural 17.
Okay.
20.
Okay. Succeeded.
All right. Robert Paulson, the first, is in melee with Borm and Cinderspark. Sees that Borm is on the ropes, is going to swing his Atlas at Borm. That is a 26 to hit.
Yeah.
8 points of bludgeoning damage as you are battered across the face with this. And he's going to take a swing coming back across at Cinderspark.
Nimble dodge.
That is an 13 to hit.
That'll miss.
For his last action, he will move over there.
Mm-hmm.
We will pick up at the top of round 5 next week.
Wow, that went fast.
Thank you for listening to Dour Gnome Adventures. If you enjoyed our show, check out our website, dourgnomeproductions.com, for links to our social media and Discord community. Also, don't forget to leave us a review on your podcast app of choice and share us with your friends who might enjoy our show. New episodes drop every Monday. Dour Gnome Productions uses trademarks and or copyrights owned by Paizo Inc., used under Paizo's community use policy. We are expressly prohibited from charging you to use or access this content. Dour Gnome Productions is not published, endorsed, or specifically approved by Paizo. For more information about Paizo Inc. and Paizo products, visit paizo.com. We are playing through the Pathfinder adventure Rusthenge by Vanessa Hoskins. Music and sound effects for this podcast by Michael Ghelfi Studios, Flip Melvin, and Kevin MacLeod. Dour Gnome Adventures is the property of Dour Gnome Productions.